Hi, Dr. Joe here, talking about L-arginine use after a heart attack. This keeps coming up, and I've written about it maybe 10 times, but here's one more. I have used L-arginine after heart attacks, virtually as soon as people would leave the hospital, since about 1991. The preparations that we used over a period of time really has been something that's been excellent in terms of whatever we need to do to get people out of the hospital and on our way to cardiovascular reversal of the atherosclerosis. How then does this Johns Hopkins article that keeps coming back and forth, January 4th, 2006, arrive to the opposite conclusions? And as I've said before, first of all, it was a cardiovascular group that was running this, and the only comment they made about diabetes control was it was excellent. One line. No data and no response to any of the phone calls or emails that I sent to them. So maybe as an endocrinologist I might have done something different. Secondly, they used a arginine preparation that was made in Sausalito, California, just the other side of where San Francisco is. And it had gone out of business by the time the article was published, so we had no idea as to anything about whether it was a good preparation, appropriate, or whatever. So that's something that wasn't really good. The patients were quizzed if they're having any side effects, and as one who has done over 200 clinical trials, I can tell you that it is often a little bias you can put into the studies by asking these questions. The questions would be, you sure you're not having any diarrhea, not any cramping, not even a little bit? And then the patient says, well, maybe a little bit. And so very often that will dissuade people from sticking to the protocol and cutting down the amount of arginine. I've seen it happen. It may have been, I have no idea. The experience that I have has been totally different than they had. We have had, and as I said before, no admissions in 19 years, and we've been able to get people out of the hospital faster when we're working in the hospital, and enable a lot of other people to rapidly return to strength and reverse all the raw parts of the arterial process that are interfered with stents or bypasses. So we know that this will continue, and my good friend John Cook also has had similar experiences using just arginine. Actually, just arginine only lasts a few minutes. So it's lucky that we had any good thing that we could learn about it. It's good that the Nobel laureates were able to find this out with such a short-acting preparation. But remember, they were the ones who said, use L-citrulline. It'll make it a longer-lasting product. Indeed, it's about 24 to 36 hours. That's what makes it so successful, not just a little thing that lasts a few minutes, basically. So all these things are poorly done studies in my estimation. They portray the problems of L-arginine, the dangers. And these are what we call the sort of the pseudoscience that's done by very reputable people, but they're made to discredit other new products, other rivals, other natural products that can really do a lot to help people very much. The NIH has talked about this recently. The Institute for Medicine talked about it as well, and even gave a 3-day symposium in Washington, D.C. in late January. So it's up to you. You've got to figure out what you want to do, and you better feel it's the right thing for you, because it's something that's very important for all of us. It's your time.